Hello there, very good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News on TV1, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. Just before we start off, let's take a look at your headlines this afternoon.
Former State Minister Vijayakala Maheswaran arrested and later released on bail. More than thousands of people affected by the inclement weather. Heavy showers exceeding 100 millimeters experienced in several parts of the island. President arrives in Seychelles. State ceremony to be held in the evening. DIG Nalika De Silva and Anti-Corruption Movement Operations Director Namal Kumara barred from travelling overseas without prior approval from court.
In your lead story now, former State Minister Vijayakala Maheswaran, who was arrested this morning, was released on a surety bail of 500,000 rupees by the Colombo Chief Magistrates Court.
Vijayakala Maheswaran was arrested by the Police Organised Crimes Division when she visited the Police Organised Crimes Division with her attorneys. She was summoned to the Police Organised Crimes Division to provide a statement with regard to the statement she made referring to the LTTE.
In your weather update this afternoon, now the prevailing rainy conditions have continued to impact day-to-day activities of people in several parts of the country. Disaster Management Centre said more than 10,000 people have been affected due to the adverse weather condition.
Low-lying areas in Thembuwana, Warakagoda, Nahalla, Bombuwala and Inguriya have flooded due to the overflowing of Kaluganga. Our correspondent said the water levels in those areas have decreased compared to yesterday. Current swept across the car in Agalawatta Kaluthura due to the increase of water levels of the Halambapili 7 river. Our correspondent said 4 people have travelled in the car and they have sustained minor injuries. The victims met with the accident while they were returning home from work. Several houses in Srivastapur area were also inundated due to heavy showers. When Newsfirst inquired from the Director of Irrigation Department in Anuradhapura, he said the department will evaluate the situation and will take appropriate action. Meanwhile, a search operation was launched yesterday to find the child who went missing while bathing near the 11th mile post area in Alpitia. Sri Lankan Navy, police and area residents are currently engaging in the search operation.
More on weather-related news now. The Department of Meteorology says prevailing showery condition is expected to enhance over the island tomorrow. Showers or thunder showers will occur over most parts of the island, particularly after 2 p.m.
Heavy falls about 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in eastern, southern, central, Sabaragamuwa, Uva and western provinces. According to the Met Department, Colombo, Galle and Kandy will experience showers or thunder showers at times. The Met Department says the depression in the Southeast Arabian Sea has intensified into a cyclonic storm Luban and is located 2,000 kilometers away from Colombo. It is very likely to intensify further into a severe cyclonic storm in the next 24 hours and move away from Sri Lanka.
President's Counsel and former Attorney General Mohammad Shibli Aziz has passed away at the age of 75.
He passed away this morning at a private hospital while receiving treatment. He served on a number of national commissions and statutory bodies and represented Sri Lanka in several international forums. An old student of Royal College Colombo, he started his career in 1968 as a lawyer and he was the 37th Attorney General. The remains of Mr. Aziz currently lies at his residence in Vanavitiya, Rajagiriya, and the funeral will take place at 5:30 p.m. at Jawata Muslim Burial Grounds.
DIG Nalika De Silva, who was in charge of the Terrorism Investigation Division, and Anti-Corruption Movement Operations Director Namal Kumara were barred from travelling overseas without prior approval from court. The order was made when they appeared before the 4th Magistrates Court this morning, and the order is to be directed to the Controller of Immigration and Emigration. Meanwhile, Colombo Chief Magistrate Ranga Disanayake says as per the evidence placed before the court, parliamentarian Ravi Karunanayake cannot be named as a suspect in the case filed against him for committing perjury. The Chief Magistrate ordered the CID to continue its investigations against MP Ravi Karunanayake. Moving on to some more local news, President Maithripala Sirisena is in Seychelles on a 3-day official visit.
Operations manager at the Katunayake International Airport said that the president and the delegation departed the island at 2:10 this morning. The president is visiting Seychelles on an invitation extended by the government, and this is his first ever visit to Seychelles. The head of state is scheduled to hold bilateral talks with the Seychelles president and the vice president. President Sirisena will also meet with the Sri Lankans living in Seychelles. The state ceremony to welcome President Maithripala Sirisena will be held this evening.